Okay, moving on to the ternary operator. Now, that ternary operator is used to simplify an if-else statement. I'm going to show you an example of how the ternary operator works. The ternary operator has two symbols that are used to represent it, and you'll see it in this lesson. So we're going to create another, declare a variable. Let daytime equals true. Okay, let daytime equals true. And normally, if we want to create an if-else statement, we'll say if, then we present the condition. If daytime is true, then the console.log will return turn on the lights. Now, if it happens that it's not daytime, else the console.log, if it's still nighttime and not daytime, the console.log will return turn off the lights. Okay, now once we click enter, it says turn on the light. Now, instead of using this if-else statement to be able to find out if it's daytime or nighttime, we can use the ternary operator. How so? We'll say is, let's say okay, daytime. Now here's how to use the ternary operator. Daytime question mark, then we say console.log. Remember I said we're going to use two symbols to be able to show how the ternary operator works. Now we use the question mark, then we say turn on the lights. Now this question mark, it represents the if in that if-else statement. You can look at it like this. Instead of writing if daytime console.log, you can just write the daytime, then this question mark will represent the if statement. Okay, then we say turn on the light, then we use the colon. Once we use the colon, we can then say console.log. Okay, the colon console.log, then we write turn off the lights. So instead of having to use the if and else statement, the question mark will replace the if, and the colon will replace the else. So you'll be able to simplify the whole statement. And once we click enter, it says turn on the light. It still brings out the same result because daytime is true. So this is a way you can simplify the if-else statement. Instead of having to write if daytime is this, you could just use the question mark to replace the if and the colon to replace the else. So that's how we've come to the end of logical operators. We learned that they work with booleans, and remember they are the and operator, or operator, and the not operator. We found out how they work during the exercise. Then we have the type of operator, and then we have the ternary operator that is used to simplify an if-else statement. Now, between this ternary operator and the switch statement, which do you prefer? If the ternary operator happens to be something that you can use to simplify an if-else statement, is it better to use it, or is it better to use that switch statement that is already used to provide an alternative syntax that is easier to read and write? Which one is it? So you can answer that in the comment below. If you think it is ternary operator, you can say why. If you think it's the switch statement, you can also explain why. So thank you very much. I'll see you in the next lesson when we'll be discussing about another topic in JavaScript. So until then, bye.